much for joining me today. We made it to the end of the week. It is Friday, the 7th of November. We're still in a shutdown. Let's do yoga, shall we? Today we're going to start standing on our mat in our Tadasana posture. You're familiar with that now. Feet underneath your ankles, hips and shoulders stacked over top. Roll those shoulders back and down, fingertips reaching towards the ground. We're rooting down through our heels and reaching up with the top of our head. Tuck that chin. Nice posture. See if you can stand right here in your Tadasana today, just making yourself as long as possible. Take a note of where your hips are and let's roll them under slightly to guard against an arch in our low back. Let's start with some deep breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. 2 more times. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Last time. Let's add some arms, reach way over top. Make yourself really big and tall. Maybe stand on your tiptoes. Big breath in here. On your exhale, blow it all out. Big exhale. One more time, inhale, make yourself big and long. And blow it all out. Roll those shoulders back and down. Inhale up one more time. Flat feet, reach your hands to the sky. And let's rotate our shoulders so our right shoulder is pointing towards the ground. Left hip is pressing out slightly. Engage your core. Keep that belly button tucked slightly. Exhale, come up. Reach. Inhale over to the left this time. See if it feels any differently. Do a body scan, see how you're feeling. Inhale up, exhale over to the right. Inhale up, exhale over to the left. We're in our crescent. Back up to center, reach up really nice tall, and bring those arms down. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Let's bring that right ear to our right shoulder, reaching our fingertips down to the floor. Right ear comes down, scapula are down your back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the left. Reach those right fingertips down to the floor. Keep that pelvis tucked, guard against an arch, and inhale up. Let's bring our arms out to the sides, palms up to the ceiling. Keep those shoulders down and back, and now drop that head to the right. Reach those left fingertips. Exhale to the left. Reach those right fingertips long. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do some gentle swing twists here. It's a bit windy out. I moved to a new location to try to get out of the wind some. We'll see how well I did. Let's come down to center. Let's come back in our Tadasana. Check our posture here. Stack those knees, hips, and shoulders. Rotate that pelvis slightly to take any arch out of your low back. Not all the way. Just come to a neutral spine. Chin is tucked. And let's lean forward, hinge forward at the ankle, hinge backward at the ankle, forward and back, forward and back. Let's come back to center and hinge to the side at the ankle. The rest of your body should be relatively still. We're building our ankle stabilizers here. While we're doing our warm-up here, let's rotate in circles around our ankles. We're going to be using some blocks today, or blankets, in a seated posture. If you have some, I recommend getting them now. If you don't have blocks, a couple of couch pillows will do, or a couple of folded up towels or a blanket will work nicely. Give you a second to go grab those now, and you can meet us back on the mat in just a second. Do your body scan. See how you're coming to your mat today. Shake it out. Stand in your Tadasana. We're going to do a standing camel stretch here. So start from your Tadasana. Have your feet a little closer than shoulder width apart. Stack those knees, hips, and shoulders. Fingertips are reaching down to the floor. Scapula are down and back. And inhale. On your exhale, clasp those hands together behind you. Reach your fingertips down towards the mat and lift your heart up to the ceiling. Tighten your tummy a little bit to guard against that arch in your low back. Maybe you lift your chin and exhale, release. A little bit of a cat and cow here. And back up to Tadasana. Inhale, clasp those hands. Exhale, reach towards the floor. Lift that heart. Tighten those tummy muscles very slightly. Lift that chin. And release. Nicely done. Let's come to the top of our mat. Standing in our Tadasana, shoulders back and down. Big inhale. On your exhale, come down into your camel. Knees are bent, hips and shoulders are in a nice straight line. Think about where your pelvis is and come to a neutral position. Arms are by your ears. Big inhale. On your exhale, hands come to heart center. Big inhale. On your exhale, right leg comes down the mat, left leg bends, left knee stays over top of our left ankle. Arms are back up by our ears. Big inhale. On your exhale, pivot that back foot, open those shoulders wide. Arms come down parallel to the floor. Big inhale. On your exhale, pivot both of those feet so they're at a 45-degree angle. We're in our starfish. Make sure those knees are pointing out towards the corners of your mat. Hands come nice and wide. Big inhale. On your exhale, come down into a horse rider posture. Knees are wide. Pelvis is rolled under, hips are tucked slightly, arms are at a 45-degree angle. Big inhale here. On your exhale, come back up to your starfish. Big inhale, keep those shoulders away from your ears. On your exhale, bring that left hand to your left shin. Right hand comes high, hips slide slightly towards your right foot, and we're in our Trikonasana. Big inhale. Nice long exhale. Big inhale. On your exhale, come back to your starfish. Big inhale. Slide those hips left slightly. Right hand finds your right shin. Left hand finds the ceiling. Maybe you look at your left hand. Think about in our Trikonasana here, when was there a time when you were ever tempted to take the easy way out? Inhale up to your starfish. Exhale, swing that arm down and back up. Put that back foot, rotate around to the right, and now we're in our warrior one on the right side. Arms are up by our ears. Right knee is over top of our right ankle. Our weight is rooted down through our front heel and our back ball of our foot. Tuck those hips under slightly. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hips, shoulders come forward. Back knee bends. Press up to a camel. Facing the back of your mat. Find a neutral spine here. Big inhale, exhale. Hips come down, shoulders come up. Big inhale, hands to heart center. And exhale, back up to standing in our Tadasana. Nicely done, friends, you did it. Shake your shoulders out. Come back to the top of your mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, hips come forward, armpits open to the ceiling. Dive down into a nice forward fold. Shake it out, wiggle it out. Maybe you grab your elbows. Release your head to the floor. Release your neck to the floor. Inhale, palms find your shins, come up to a nice flat back. Tuck that chin, nose is pointed towards the ground. Maybe you open and close your knees here. Get a bit of a big inhale. Exhale, hands find the mat, feet find plank. Sit here and enjoy the plank. Let's build a little bit of heat for here. Bring those hips down so they're between your shoulders and your ankles. Maybe you rock forward and back on your toes. Big inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana is available to you. I'm going to demonstrate knees to the floor. Come down to the floor. Keep your elbows close to your body. Big inhale. Exhale up to a baby cobra here. Shoulders off the mat. Big inhale. Exhale up into your downward dog. Hips find the ceiling. Legs come straight. Armpits open to your ankles. Maybe you pedal those feet. Knees find the mat. Knees come to the wide edge of the mat. Toes come together. Hips come over top of our ankles. Arms come long, and we're in our child's pose. Our meditation for today: a faithful man will abound with blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. Proverbs 28:20. directly underneath of our hips here. And let's come to a kneeling Tadasana. So we're straight, our spine is nice and neutral, hips are over top, shoulders are over top of our hips. Roll those shoulders back and down, fingertips are reaching towards the floor. Top of our heads are reaching toward the ceiling. Big inhale, exhale, clasp those hands behind you. Open those shoulders like you're pulling your scapula together behind you. Grabbing a pencil, fingertips are reaching towards the floor. Press those hips forward slightly. Lift that chin to the corner of the ceiling. Let's do a little cat-cow here. And come to neutral, back in our kneeling Tadasana. Big inhale, big exhale. Reach those fingertips down to the floor. This time, let's take our thumbs, place those thumbs on your back just above your glutes, where that little dimple is. Wrap your fingertips around your hips, around the side of your body. Check your posture. You want a neutral spine here. Big inhale. On your exhale, tighten your tummy slightly. Press your hips forward slightly. Open that chest. Pull those scapula back and down. Reach your heart towards the ceiling. Lift that chin towards the corner of the ceiling. Shake it out. Roll those shoulders. Rock side to side. Maybe do a little bit of a swing twist here. To center. Let's come to a tabletop position here. Knees are underneath of our hips, wrists are underneath of our shoulders. Find a neutral spine here. We're gonna slide our weight over to the left side, bring that right hand up to the ceiling and down underneath our left arm. Right shoulder comes to the mat. The right side of your forehead comes to the mat. Big inhale. Maybe your left hand reaches forward. Left hand slides back down next to your head. Press up, back into your tabletop. Right hand comes to the ceiling and back down. Left side here. Left arm opens to the ceiling, comes underneath the right arm. Side of your head comes to the mat. Left shoulder comes to the mat. Right hand slides forward. Big inhale. Hand back near your head. Left arm comes back up into a tabletop position. Now is a good time to grab your blocks or your blankie or those pillows. Bring your knees slightly in front of and to either side of those blocks or those blankies. Ankles come next to the block. We're going to sit. This is our hero pose. Knees are in front of us. Shoulders are stacked on top of hips. Fingertips are reaching towards the floor. Top of your head is reaching towards the ceiling. Chin is tucked. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Big inhale here. right fingertips to the floor. Bring our left hand over top. Leave those hips equally on the block so we have a nice long stretch in our left side here. And as we sit in this slightly uncomfortable position, think about maybe to what we are faithful. And left hand comes down. We find our hero position. Shoulders are once again stacked over top of our hips. Maybe let's do a little swing twist here. And a little bit of a kneeling cat-cow. And come back to a neutral spine. Big inhale here. Arms come over your head. Exhale, left hand finds the mat. Right hand reaches over top of us towards the left side. And back up to center. Right hand touches the mat. Shoulders are once again stacked over our hips. Let's do a little cat and cow here. And this time, bring your hands, lean forward slightly, hinge at those hips. Bring your elbows to the mat in front of you, your forehead to your forearms, and let's rest here in a modified child's pose. Your hands close by your chest here. Forehead is on the mat. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Bring those hands down the floor. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Big inhale here. And on the exhale, lift your shoulders and your feet simultaneously. And exhale, come down one more time. Lift those shoulders and those feet simultaneously and come down. This time, lift your right leg and your shoulders. Down. Left leg and your shoulders. Bring your hands above you, reach nice and long in front of you. Inhale, on your exhale, both arms and both legs, and inhale up, down this time, our right arm and our left leg, down, left arm and left leg, and down one more time, each side. Nicely done. Bring those hands behind your back. Clasp those hands together. Inhale, lift those shoulders, reach those hands towards your ankles, and down. One more time. Big inhale here. On your exhale, lift. Open your shoulders, reach that heart towards the front of the room. And exhale, come down. Hands find the mat next to your chest. Press back into your child's pose. Knees come wide, toes come together. And we're in child's pose. directly in front of you. Go ahead and lay back on your back into your Shavasana. Shoulders release into the mat. The hips release into the mat. Maybe your feet fall wide. Release your head and your neck into the mat. Rest here for 1 minute as we listen to what the Lord says about faithfulness. Start to wiggle those fingers and those toes. Roll those ankles and those wrists. Wiggle your knees and your elbows. Roll over onto one side. Big inhale here. Big exhale. Big inhale. On your exhale, press up into a seated position. Find an easy position. Stack those shoulders over top of those hips. Neutral spine. Maybe your hands come to your knees. Big inhale. Hands to heart center. May the light of the living